Namo Ratnaindraya Namo Aryajana Sagara Emberotsana Bhyuhai Rajaya Tathangataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya.
Would you mind telling us something about your relationship with your guru? I know, well, you said that may make you cry.
I was a very wounded child, I would say. Wounded by the injustice and the violence, the aggression, and somehow, I mean, forget about the physical part, but more on the level of emotional part. Very, very wounded. Somehow there was a lot of anger that started developing in me, which was so poisonous. It was burning me, really. And I wasn't a happy child. And somehow I wasn't able to exhibit love either, you know, because of that. Because I'm so angry. So he somehow, you know, like a field that is totally poisoned by chemical fertilizer, you know, whatever it grows is poisonous, right? So somehow he took away all those poisonous chemical away and started making very natural, and which grows a natural food that nourishes people, whoever gets to eat it. Similar way, my heart has been, you know, like cleaned up. So those poison were somehow cleaned, and now my heart is back at a very natural way as it is supposed to be, and where it grew mostly is love. Somehow he freed me. You know.
From samsara?
I don't know. I felt free, so somehow you can relate to that feeling in whatever way people feels it. You know, I felt free. I felt light. Earlier I was heavy. I was burning, you know. So.
And to become more able to love, to either,
yes, and not only able to love, but to see love. You know.
To see love.
To be able to generate gratitude in everything that I have. I mean, the whole perception is kind of transformed. Earlier, my perception is so injustice, so unfair, so a lot of negativity. I see a lot of negativity around. But now my perception is transformed into seeing the best out of any unfavorable situation. Before, even in the favorable situation, I would see unfavorable situation. Now, even in the unfavorable situation, I'm able to see the favorable situation. You know, so that makes me a happier person, and I'm able to generate more gratitude in everything. So when I'm able to generate more and more gratitude in my heart, I'm happy about what I have around me, in everything around me. Yes, gender discrimination is there in our society, but I'm not in a state that I curse people. I'm rather in a state, as I would say, instead of cursing the darkness, why not light a candle yourself? I'm capable of lighting a candle, you know. So it's a waste of time and energy to curse the darkness. So why blame others when I know what can be done? I would rather focus and contribute towards more being the solution, or find a way to offer myself to serve, rather than thinking or telling people what they did is wrong or what they're doing is wrong. what have been done is wrong. You know. So that's all I would say, that whatever little bit of positivity or goodness people see in me is all because of my teacher's blessing. That's how he nourished me, how he brought me up. So, but still my karma is still due to some other action, I guess, is a little bit strongly habitualized in some other way, that I'm still not very diligently into practicing it. At times I get confused, I get distracted as well. But I hope, and my aspiration and my supplication towards him is that may I be able to develop that strength and courage and the diligence more and more to really to bring myself on more towards that, to lessen my weakness.
Just now you said you talked about the earthquake. You said, well, of course, a lot of lives were lost, and it came with a lot of sadness. But at the same time, we can see a lot of compassion and love, well, other people are showing toward those in need. And we can say, well, sadness and happiness coexist. And it reminds me of, well, the suffering you went through in your childhood. And, well, looking back, how do you see those days that you suffered most? And do you find that bitter experience beneficial for your practice?
Today I'm at a stage where I see those experiences as blessings in disguise. But when I'm having to say that, it doesn't mean that I would wish for everybody to have that. You know, with the help of my teacher, with the blessing of my teacher, I have been able to see the best out of that situation. If my situation from my whatever condition was there to which made me suffer at that time, probably I would not have decided to become a nun. You know, if I would not have become a nun, I don't know if I would have had the chance to meet such a great master. You know, people, we explain about Buddha, image of Buddhas are there, it looks different in different countries, you know. China looks fat, you know, Sri Lanka looks skinny Buddha, you know. So different looks are there. We just imagine or, you know, like visualize how Buddha is. But then in the real form in my life, my Buddha was my teacher, who spoke to me, who caressed me, who, you know, occasionally, you know, told stories to me to make me feel calm and happy, you know. He would give me good food, occasionally whatever has been offered to him, he would hide some of it to give it to me. I don't know how exactly a real Buddha have looked like, you know, because I don't remember. I mean, I don't know if I've ever met him. Maybe I met him, but I don't know how he looked. But my teacher, who actually helped me to heal myself, is the Buddha for me.
So can I say, well, what struck you most about your guru is his, well, position as a healer, or more than that?
See, it's very hard for me to explain in those terms. When I was wounded, I needed this warmth the most in my life. You know, this love, or somebody telling me, you are valuable. It's okay to play. Where else, before that, I was never told that you're just a child. It's okay. Nobody said it's okay for me to play. Every time I went out and played, I was dragged from my hair to go home and do my dishes, and, you know, laundry and take care, cooking and so on, household works. So that feeling is such a feeling that you can imagine of a Buddha doing, or Bodhisattva doing to you. When you are in most difficult and painful moment, if there is someone who comes and heals you, at that moment, that's the presence of Bodhisattva or presence of Buddha itself, I feel. Yeah.